we see that we are dealing with a case of endometrial polyp. As soon as we enter the cavity with the help of this 2.9 mm hysteroscope, we see that a polyp is arising, which is quite broad based also, pedunculated, but with a broad base from the posterior wall. We dilate the cervix, and we take our resectoscope inside, our bipolar resectoscope inside, and the fluid which we use is saline. We avoid using a glycine irrigation medium when we are using our bipolar resectoscope. We see that we are resecting the cavities polyp which is arising from the posterior wall, and slowly and gradually the polyp will reduce in size. We appreciate that the bleeding is very less in these cases, and the fluid pressure is also not very much, so that it will not cause too much of fluid overload, and whatever fluid load will be caused because of this procedure can be dealt with easily. So the procedure has to be done at a good speed, so that less and less of irrigation medium goes inside the intravascular compartment. We see that the bleeding is there, but it is manageable, and slowly and gradually the posterior wall is being sheared out of the polyp with the help of this resectoscope. This resectoscope helps us in removing the large polyps, because if we do not resect them, then it is difficult in taking them out of the cavity, because then once we resect the base of the pedicle, it becomes difficult to catch these polyps, and they are easily taken out if we resect them in pieces. And we also send them for histopathology so that we can get a view what was it actually by the histopathology report. And then we see that this cavity is taking the normal shape, and we see that all the pieces have been almost resected. By the help of our diagnostic hysteroscopy and operative hysteroscopy at the same time, we can avoid the procedure, diagnosing it and operating it at two settings differently. So see and treat policy is the best, and if we enter inside the uterine cavity, we treat the pathology which we find at the same time. This patient had menorrhagia because of this, and she could avoid hysterectomy because of this procedure. And then we see that we can discharge the patient also very quickly. Just 12 hours or maximum 24 hours stay in the hospital is enough. So we can see that we are removing even the smallest bit of the polyp under vision, and by this we are not causing any damage to the uterine cavity. The endometrium cavity apart from the polyp place is not touched. So in this way we can see and remove all the pieces, so that no part of the polyp is left behind, and the recovery of the patient is good. So we see that this polyp, which is a benign growth maybe, which will be proved after histopathology, is removed, and which is a very important cause of unwanted hysterectomy. We can deal with this patient, deal with this problem by the help of our hysteroscopy, which is a procedure which can very well avoid hysterectomy. And if the patient wants to conceive later, she can try that after 3 to 6 months. So we see that we have just cleared the polyp from the wall, and now the cavity is totally free from the polyp. Thank you.